Hey guys, and welcome back.
And if you're new here, thanks for joining us today. And by the way, 94% of you guys are not subscribed. You're watching us, but you're not subscribed. So I encourage you to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. Do it now before you get to the end of the video, in case you don't get to the end of the video. And by the way, when you subscribe, Dory and Mena will do a tour of your RV, will feature you on their channel, and will come and personally interview both of you, or all of you, do another video of that, and then they'll take you to Canada. Maybe.
Who knows?
That's only for the first 100 subscribers, by the way. So, back to the programming.
So, today we want to bring you along on a campground tour. So we have arrived at the Thousand Trails Collection Park called Forest Lake Village RV Resort, and it's located in
Zephyrhills, Florida. And by the way, the sign outside says 55 plus.
Yeah.
And it's a little confusing. I thought we're not gonna get in, but as you come in, it kind of splits in three.
Right.
The RV Resort for Encore is to the left.
Yeah.
Forward is a private community, which I think it's the 55 and over Forest Lake. And to the right, there's a new community that's being built.
Yeah.
But it seems like all three of them are
together
under Forest Lake.
Yeah.
So if you see that outside, don't be weary.
Right. So when you walk in to the rec hall, you have bulletin boards on both sides advertising different events that are going on. And then a little bit further out, you have the women's restroom and the men's restroom. As we step in, you'll notice there are some dartboards and some tables. There are 3 pool tables there at the end. A lot more tables here. We've seen so many people here playing card games and bingo. There is a stage and more dartboards. Now, I'm not sure what's down this hallway. Do you know, Lou?
Library.
Library. I haven't seen any of these. Lead the way. I don't know which door is what.
I think that's just locked.
Okay. Aha. So that door does say library. Look at that. This is nice. A nice quiet room, completely separated from everyone. I like.
With a scale.
With a scale. So weigh yourself before you read. Return or put to the good place. Okay. And these other doors?
That one I think is just locked. I don't think anything is there. Please clean up after yourself. So it must be. This is just storage. There's some games back there.
Yep, some board games. And then that's it. There's no more doors on this side, and then that is the exit.
Yep.
So let's turn around because there is a grill. Looks like where this
Canteen.
closes, there's a little canteen, Louis calling it.
Called the Bingo Canteen.
Got it. And earlier today, there were a bunch of people standing over here buying some fried fish. It smelled amazing.
I guess that's what they have all the time, and then I guess certain days they might have something else.
Super cool.
Right.
And then it exits from the front and through the pool. Let's go take a look at the pool here at Forest Lake Village. There's their rules. You'll see that the jacuzzi is closed off. And it's a small one. I would say maybe 2 people on each side and maybe 3 on that side. But that might be super tight. The pool is actually pretty cool. It's like a Z shape, I would say. Kind of. And it starts at 4 feet over here on this side and ends at 6 feet on the other side. We'll go check it out. There's a little accessible chair here, and as you see in the background, there are plenty of little lounge chairs to lay and relax on. This water looks so crystal clear. They've obviously been maintaining it.
It's like a lap pool.
Right? With these bars for you to come and swim. The pool is adjacent to the rec hall, so you can enter it from the back or from the front. All right, we're here another day and it's open. Oh, it's so delicious. It's delicious. Yes. Let's take a peek at the bathroom. So we've got one sink. You've got the hooks for the shower. So the floor is all matted off, rubber mats, so that you don't slip. Here's a little bench. And then here is the shower, which we've already broken in. Great pressure, tons of hot water, unlimited. But there is just one shower and then one bathroom stall. So just the toilet, no sink in here, no mirror in here. So yeah. That's it. That's the only community bathroom. Adjacent to the rec building and by the pool, there is a little community barbecue section. There are little signs saying to make sure you shut off the gas and clean the grill once you are done. But as you'll see here, they're really nice sized grills for you to use while here. The laundry room. Oh, it smells good. Somebody's doing laundry. The washers are on this side, even though that one's odd looking. It is a washer. And here are the rest of them. These are all $2 a piece. As you'll see in the center, we've got a folding table with chairs, the bulletin board, and then the dryers. And I'm going to guess $2 also. Let's see if we can spot it. Open $1.75. And you have a nice view of the pool. So you can either pay by coin, you can swipe your card, or you can download the app and pay through the service. Right outside of the laundry room and next to the grill, there's shuffleboard. There are 6 different courts to play on. They're very nicely maintained. As you can see, paint is not chipped or scuffed, very well cared for. So that little center section where the scoreboards are, there is a door and you can access all the equipment you need right in there. So while Lou's gonna go check on that, we have access or lake view from here because there is actually no access to the lake pictured. It's behind the homes. All right, so let's see. All of the equipment's in here with a bunch of rug samples, I guess. And if you decide that you want to play in the evenings, there is a light switch right in here that you can flick on so that the court lights will turn on. Behind the shuffleboard and adjacent to the rec hall and laundry, besides the picnic tables and benches, there is a life-size Connect 4 game to play. I'm guessing the pieces must be probably in with like all the shuffleboard stuff, or maybe even inside the rec hall. Oh, those are the pieces. I've never played I've played Connect 4, but never this life-sized one. Very cool. So it's a matter of taking them all out and playing. How fun. Figured out how to release and get these out. Show me. There's a little latch down here. There we go. Nice mess. This really cute walking path alongside of the pool. You'll see even lanterns so that it's nice and lit. And this little walking path will take you over to Dog Park, as well as the horseshoes. Right? That's what it's. And then as you'll see, there's even a dog park in this campground. Lexi is already in there exploring. It does have a double door to secure the safety of entry or escape. Okay, there you go. So there's a door to come in, and then one on that side and one on this side. A couple of benches, well, actually one bench and one picnic table. Lots of shadiness, a little bit of grass, mainly dirt, and a garbage can. Someone's having a great time. So we have 4 different horseshoe areas to play over here on each side. And there's a cute little barn there, but Lou says that there's really nothing of interest in there for us. You'll see off to the end, and it's throughout the park, they do provide little bags to pick up after your pet and trash cans to throw it away at. And once again, there's the rec hall and the pool. The park also does sell propane. You'll see there is a scale to go ahead and measure out how much it is that you fill up your tank with. By the propane tank, there's a little grassy area. It's not a dog park, but it does have a section with little poopy bags and a garbage bag to dispose of while you're walking your pet. And then right off behind the propane, that is where the dump station is. So you can go ahead and get some non-potable water and dump. Now that we are done with the tour of the park, let's go on a little bike ride around the park so that you can see what it looks like. right, well, I hope you enjoyed the campground tour as well as the little drive around the campground. This time I decided to do a little bit different and see how it looked from the e-bike versus from the truck. Hopefully it was good. If it did, let me know in the comments below which one you prefer, the e-bike tour or the truck tour. Sure. Now let's move on to the review. So for those that are not familiar and are watching one of our tours for the first time, our reviews are based off of our name: Eat, Sleep, RV, and Repeat. So categories within those four, or topics within those four categories.
Exactly.
So let's kick it off with Eat. So the first thing I look for with Eat is, does the campground have any vending machines or store within the campground? Because that's the easiest and most convenient thing. This one doesn't have either one. But there is a Winn-Dixie grocery store and then a little hole-in-the-wall Chinese restaurant just less than a mile away, I would say.
It's like 2 miles away. And there's also a Family Dollar and a General Dollar. And I know they carry some food also.
Right.
But it's very close by.
Right. It's walking distance or biking distance, although the road this is on, what is
54.
it, 54? There
road.
aren't sidewalks and there aren't bike lanes. So you're either walking on the grass that's somewhat angled, or on the street with a car. So I would find it a little dangerous. Better off to just drive it.
On that corner where the Winn-Dixie, if you're leaving the campground towards the Winn-Dixie, you'd come out and make a left. And on the opposite corner of the Winn-Dixie, there's a gas station and it has a convenience store inside of it also.
Oh yeah, it's called Handy or something like that.
Right.
And then if you refer back to the neighborhood drive, the previous video, that's everything within 3 miles, and there's a lot more to choose from. So I mean, yeah, I would give Eat a good thumbs up because there are things that are close by. Even though there's nothing in the campground. Now, Sleep isn't bad. I just find it odd that they tell you park the RV on the grass, but you can park your car on the pad. Now, I have seen a couple of the pads where the RVs are parked on the pad. I'm guessing they might be permanent. But why would you allow me to park my vehicle on the pad but not the RV? It would be better. We would be better leveled if we were on the pad instead of on the grass, because we are somewhat tilted.
Having said that, that's my fault. I don't exercise leveling the way I should.
The sides.
Yeah, the sides. I level up and back and forward and back and forward.
Front and back.
Front and back. Thank you. I forgot those words. But side to side, I'm not great at it. I think it's usually because by the time I back in, I'm so frustrated that I don't want to move the RV anymore. But I have to start changing that because we are a little bit tilted this way. But Sleep, it gets very quiet.
Besides the comfort and the leveling for sleeping, quiet times are totally observed here.
People have been very quiet. There is a railroad track that it's not far from here. You do hear the train.
Even in the middle of the night. There was a night that we were up really late. I think it was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because we were binging on TV. And I heard the horn because it honks. It honks like 3 times. And I just started giggling. I'm like, ha ha ha. Like, I don't know why. It didn't bother me. And if I'm asleep, I don't hear it. But
and we're on the opposite end of where the train passes by. So effectively, we're probably 3/4 of the way away from the train track. And we can still hear it. And we can still hear the horn. There is no movement.
No, you don't feel any shaking or vibration.
There is no shaking or vibration, but you do hear it. And I read that when a train passes through a city, it has to honk. So it has to blow the horn. So that's the reason. I don't know how many times, or if it's fun for them, let me do it 3 times. I don't know.
So if you're a light sleeper, it might bother you.
You're probably going to hear
it.
And we have the AC on, and you can still hear it. So fair warning.
So Sleep isn't horrible. It's good. It's good. So Eat, Sleep, RV. So RV amenities in here, I think are good.
Right.
The pool is a decent size.
And it's heated.
The jacuzzi is tiny. And it was under construction when I did the amenities tour, but it's not anymore by the time now that we're doing the review.
Yeah.
There were people in it last night,
They were.
said.
Yeah.
And the shuffleboard was very well maintained.
It looks brand new.
Yeah, and all the stuff is accessible outside. We played a couple of rounds, a couple of days. So that was a lot of fun.
The rec center is immaculate.
Yeah.
They have 3 pool tables in there, and they have like a little grill also.
Yes.
So that's nice. What else do they have?
There's horseshoes close to the dog park.
That's right.
And dog park is actually, when you look at it from outside, it looks small, but once you're in there, it's pretty spacious.
Yeah, it is.
And Lexi has been walking us to dog park a couple of times during our stay. She likes it.
And also, I mean, I have to throw this in there because I don't think we mentioned, but the park is immaculate.
Yeah.
It's extremely clean. There's, I would say, 80% of the population is manufactured homes.
Yeah, I would agree.
The manufactured homes are in like pristine condition.
Yeah.
Everyone has a lot of pride here in their homes. Everything is very nicely kept and in great condition. Even the RVs. This park is in pristine condition.
Yeah, yeah. The roads are a little narrow, but we've been in campgrounds where they've been even more narrow. Like in a Space Coast.
No, like in
Rockledge.
Yeah, but like Fort Lauderdale.
And even Fort Lauderdale, Breezy Hills. Yeah.
No, not Breezy Hills.
No,
Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, the Sunshine Holiday.
That place is like
that's really
mad tight.
Yeah. So this one's a little tight, but nowhere near as tight as those. So it's not bad. The connections are somewhat okay. The sewer and the electric are in the right place, but the water isn't. The water literally goes across the RV.
It's opposite, yeah.
Yeah.
The sewer and electric are on your driver's side, and the water's on the passenger side.
Yeah. What else about RV? I think that would be it.
RV in terms of like things to do in this area, there's not a lot to do in this area.
Yeah.
There really isn't a lot to do in this area.
Downtown is super tiny, which we went to.
Well, they call it Main Street because it is literally one street.
Yeah.
One street. There is one main street. That's it. But I mean, there's movie theaters here, but
I think it was 10 miles or 12 miles away. There's a couple of big parks that have hiking trails and kayak launches and stuff like that. But yeah, I think it would be like 12 miles away is your closest one.
Yeah, and the Hillsborough Water Management isn't far. It's like literally almost next door. But they only have primitive camping there, and it's walk-in. There is no vehicle. There is no vehicle access.
Okay. You're saying hike it in to the sun camp.
There is no vehicle access, so that's a little rough for me.
Yeah.
But in terms of like getting somewhere right away and going hiking, going kayaking, going bird watching, you know, the things we like to do, disc golfing, pickleball, none of that is really readily available around the campground.
Right.
Yeah.
So now repeat, would you come back to this campground?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I like it, but I would only foresee me coming back here specifically if I want to visit friends or family like in the Tampa area. Because that was like 20 miles away. We went and we visited Joe.
Yeah.
And we stayed overnight and hung out.
Yeah.
So something like that, maybe even going to the Tampa RV show. This is close enough to be able to enjoy that area because I don't think there's any other Encore resorts.
The Tampa RV, yeah, there is.
There are?
There are, but the Tampa RV show is about an hour away from here.
Yeah, I think that's really the only reason I would come back. I wouldn't necessarily come back to Zephyrhills to vacation.
To hang out.
Yeah, there's a lot of other resorts and campgrounds that we would enjoy more than coming here. So I would only come here if necessary, but I wouldn't pass it up. Yeah. I would totally enjoy coming here.
This is what I consider a take a break. Take a 2-week break, just chillax, go to the pool, you know, hang out outside, you know, maybe do a little barbecue, you know, just take 2 weeks off of vacationing, take 2 weeks off of RVing, you know.
Right.
This is a good place. It's a good on the way stop too.
It is.
It's just not on the way, but it's a good on the way stop.
Right. There is something that I forgot to mention, not only while I was doing the tour of the amenities, but while we were on the RV category, is you may have not noticed there wasn't one single dumpster that I showed you guys.
That's right.
And that's because there isn't any area for us to throw out the garbage. They come and do garbage pickup on Fridays and Tuesdays. You just leave it out on the curb and they drive by and pick it up.
Yeah. And that means all garbage boxes, regular garbage, they pick everything up.
Yeah. Which leads me to us leaving on a Wednesday. I need to ask them what to do with our trash.
The same thing that the person did when we left.
I don't want to leave it out there without calling. We got here and there was trash on the pad and I wasn't too happy about that, but I didn't know about the whole that they would pick it up. I thought, why didn't these people go and throw it away in the dumpster? There is no dumpster.
I think I wasn't the only frustrated person on that day.
Well, that is a review of this campground. If you enjoyed this tour, please give us a big thumbs up. Comment down below if you've been here before. And if not, what was your favorite amenity?
Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help us grow this channel. Make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we upload a video. And as always, thanks for watching and we'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.